Hello, welcome to Market Masterclass, and we're on Thursday, the 30th of March, and we're sticking to Africa. We're going to sort of West Africa, West Central Africa perhaps, and we're looking at the country of Cameroon. It was controlled by the Germans from 1884 to 1919, and after the First World War, it was split between France and Britain in 1919, and then up to 1960, it broke away from France, and then it became united with the southern Cameroons, which was British, in 1961. So since 1961, it's been a totally independent country. And for 25 years after the Declaration of Independence, it was one of the most prosperous countries in Africa. And but that all fell apart very rapidly. And they went then, after 25 years, they went into a massive 10-year recession, mainly because their economy is essentially based on high oil reserves and basic agricultural products. And the GDP currently is about 6% per year. Inflation's 2%, so they're still ahead of the game there. 70% of the labour force is in the agricultural business, 13% in industry, and 70% in services. Life expectancy is fairly average, about 54 years of age. Population below the poverty line in 2001 was up to 37%. Unemployment population below the poverty line 37%. Unemployment in 2001 up to 30%. Ease of doing business 166th in the world, and they, because of their link with France, a lot of the aid has and still is linked in with France. Only 5% of the population has bank accounts. Only 6% of the population is linked to the internet. And the agricultural production is basically cocoa, coffee, cotton. And the GDP per capita, once they were in this recession, fell 60% between 1986 and 94. The GDP per capita fell 60%. And during that period, in 1993, civil service salaries were slashed by 65%. That's how desperate they were after the fantastic, prosperous 25 years or 10 years of total downturn. Exports, yes, exports are crude oil and petroleum products, lumber, cocoa beans still, aluminium, coffee, and cotton. China takes 17%. They're the biggest takers of the exports. India is second with 16%. Then comes along Spain, Belgium, France, Portugal, Netherlands, and Italy. That's sort of 65%, more or less. Imports, as you'd expect, all the products from a non-industrialized country. China imports 28%, Nigeria 14%, France 11%, Belgium 4%. 1994 also, after the ghastly recession of 10 years, the currency of the country in 1994 was devalued 50%. So they've had, they have been they're now back on the up and up, and the Cameroon is looking fairly okay, but oil prices are well down, and a lot of the agricultural product prices are well down. So it's just hovering at the moment, and hoping for a better economic future. And let's good luck to the Cameroons over the next 10 to 20 years, and let's hope that they settle into a productive economy and unemployment goes down and the people live a much more reasonable life well into the future. Hope you found that useful and interesting. Bye for now.